These days, I think many of us may be having colds. Some have got fever and unfortunately could not join in today's session. This morning, I had a glass of orange juice. Now, after I had this glass of orange juice, I haven't thrown these orange peels out. Can you give me a reason why? Could unmute.
Yes, you can apply it as a mask for your face.
Beautiful. I could apply it as a mask, a great cleanser. What else? I just love this color and this orange. Yes.
We can use the peels for our orange peel for Christmas, the fruits.
Beautiful.
You can make BioEnzymes.
BioEnzymes.
You can
And
make
as Sabrina
BioEnzymes.
says, I think we could start soaking our fruit for our
Yes.
Christmas cake. So here we have the orange peel. So if you know how to do it, maybe you could how to preserve these peels and get our orange peels, and we could have a lovely Christmas cake. Yes. So we have that. We have BioEnzymes, and moreover, you know, we magicians are now going to find out from a very talented magician the best use of these orange peels. So sit back. Have you got your glass of water? Take a nice big gulp of water. Sit back, and here comes our magician with her demo. Can you believe who is coming on screen? Yes, we have none other. She's not a talented knitter, but she is going to demonstrate to us what we could make of these orange peels. Welcome, Eunice. Happy to see you back again. I think you're playing hide and seek behind that big bottle. Yes. So welcome, Eunice. Are you muted? Eunice, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Eunice.
Yes, now.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I've got here a bowl of peels. These are citrus peels. Let's see what we can do out of it. I know many of you are thinking pickle, but when you don't have time for pickle, it's time for bioenzyme. So what is bioenzyme? Any guesses?
Yes.
It is also called a waste enzyme. Why? All that we'll learn in just 5 questions. What, where, how, when, and why. Just 5 questions we're going to do today. And we're going to learn how to make this our very own. Can you see your screen? Do you have a screen, Lorraine?
Yeah.
The slides?
Okay.
Yes. There you are. So what is bioenzyme? Change. So it's also called a waste enzyme because you can't throw citrus peels into your pit. It destroys the some of the worms that would decompose your enzyme. So there's a different way of using these peels. So the peels are organic, as you know. So they will decompose, they'll release an enzyme, and this enzyme will finally break down all your fats, all your grime, all your oils, and keep the spaces very, very clean. Lorraine, we have reached the 3rd slide. Yes, can you see this? So
Yes.
any organic matter gets decomposed, and those enzymes that are formed will break down your grime. So suppose you use it on a floor, It will take time, but it will break down all the enzymes on your floor, not only today when you have applied it, but say the process will just go on. Every time you use water also, it will start eating onto that dirt, and finally you'll find your floor is clean. Not only your floor, but the air also is purified, right? So that's the reason why we use these enzymes for almost everything. You clean the floor, you clean the vegetables, your car, your scooter. You can wash your feet yourself as well. You all that, and it purifies the air. Lorenta, next. So it purifies the air, it purifies the water as well as the fuel. Today, very big, I mean, a lot of money is spent to just clean ponds, clean water bodies like lakes. Even in the water, they put many tons of this bioenzyme into ponds and lakes and rivers even to clean it up, because we have done so much of damage over the years. So also, it helps in the soil. If you put for your agriculture and all, the soil starts breathing again, comes alive. Soil that is dead because of chemicals and all comes alive. Same thing with the air. You're not sending or vaporizing all those chemicals into the atmosphere, those which cause you breathlessness, nausea, itching, skin allergies, lung allergies, all sorts of things. So you are doing away with all these three. Now, who can do this and where? Who can prepare these bioenzymes and where? As Belinda just told you, you eat a lot of citrus fruits. You can see here, there's pomelo, there is lemon, there is lime, even mango you can use, right? So when at the table you cut your fruit, you get big peels like this. You can either sit down and cut them into smaller ones like I did here, as you can see. From these big peels, I made smaller ones. Or if your jar is big enough, you can use them as it is. This particular bioenzyme does not trouble you at all. You can measure whichever way you want. You can cut big pieces, small pieces, according to the size of your jar. You can see this mouth of the jar. It's a big jar with a big mouth. Okay, if you've got a big mouth, you can put your things in. So please collect. When you don't have enough, if you have just one orange or two, just put them in a plastic, put in the freezer. Next day, when you have more, put some more inside. So then you'll keep on collecting these bioenzymes, the peels to make your bioenzyme. How? How do we make this? Is it difficult? Is it easy? What do you think? It's extremely easy. And I'll tell you a simple ratio to make this bioenzyme. Please remember this. 1:3:10:15. 1:3:10:15. You can see here. Can you see?
Yeah.
1, or is it coming on? This one, yes. 1:3:10:15. 1 is actually the proportion of jaggery. You can see jaggery here. I have labeled it. 3 are your peels. And 10 is your water. Now, many people don't look at the 15, but 15 is the volume of the container. The container has to be bigger so that the gases evolved have space. And the container should be always plastic. Can you see this big jar of plastic jar? Also a waste that I'm using. All right. So if it is either metal or if it is glass, with the buildup of gases, it can cause it to expand and burst. And you'll have fragments everywhere. So it's better to use plastic, because plastic bottles, after all, expand. They do have a little bit more elasticity and nothing happens to them. Okay. So did you understand the 1:3:10:15? 15? Okay, so let's see if you can calculate. Now I have at home 250 grams of jaggery. So that is my number one. My number one is 250 grams of jaggery. So how many peels am I going to put?
750 grams.
750.
Very good, excellent. 750 grams of peels. I put it in, not to waste your time. I put it in. Then, how much water will I put?
2.5 liters.
Yes, I have here 1 liter. I have here 750 and 750 grams. I purposely brought this type of bottles so that you can see that you can use any way, and you do not have to worry about so much of cleanliness, because it's going to be the one cleaning your floors and everything. So you don't have to sterilize or do all those sort of things. Okay. So now I've told you how to calculate using grams, but you can just use mass. That means you can take a katori. If I put 1 katori of jaggery, it will be 3 katoris of peels, and it will be 10 katoris of water. You can use any measure. If it is little bit more, little bit less, doesn't make a difference at all. There are certain things that make a difference, I'll tell you, but the proportion is not very rigid. It is more or less 1:3:10. And the container has to be big enough, at least 1/3 space, for you to be able to allow the gases to go. Now I will show you how to. So I've got the peels. I'm going to put the jaggery, water, any which proportion, it doesn't matter. And jaggery also can be the jaggery that it should be white actually, but it can be the one that you get to cook, that you cook with, or the cheapest one that is available. It just does not matter. Some people like to use molasses also. That also is possible. Did somebody ask me a question?
No, I was saying sugarcane jaggery, the light brown one.
Yes. That's what I'm using now. You can also use, your those boxes, drums, whatever that you get of paint drums. You can use, you can make in those buckets, sort of. You can use any bucket, any old bucket of yours, but only thing is it has to have a lid. It just has to have a lid, because otherwise, if it is open, there are fruit flies that attack it. There are other bacteria, and then the fermentation, and then you'll get wine probably. I'm just joking. You won't get anything edible. Nothing edible. So, the first time I showed my students a prepared sample of this bioenzyme, they wanted to drink it. And I said, no way, because, now today we are preparing with lime and lemon, so it'll smell very citrusy. But if you want different flavors, you can put lavender, you can put lemongrass, and it really smells very good. Okay, now I've got peels and I've got the jaggery inside. So now I'm going to add the water. So 2.5. This bottle of mine is 5 liters. So actually I would have needed 3,750 ml volume, but I have more. So it's okay. If you have more space, better. Less, no. I've got jaggery stuck on my fingers.
Sweet fingers.
Anybody volunteers to lick? So this is it. This is it. Just give it a little this and keep it. Now, the important part here is that it has to be, first of all, closed with a cap. And every day, yeah, just open it a little. You may not even open fully, but let the air out, close it again. If you keep it open all the time, then it's going to attract fruit flies, as I said. Another thing, it has to be plastic, right? And it has to be kept in the dark, means not very dark, somewhere where you don't get direct sunlight. That's all. Okay, now we have finished making the enzyme. We can, if you want it fast, like for example, if you want within 1 month, then you have to put a pinch of yeast. Otherwise, this will take you 3 months. You can see now that the peels, can you see, all of you, that the peels are floating? There's water down. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. So all the peels will float until they are decomposed. As soon as they are decomposed, they go and settle down. And then your bioenzyme is ready. So once your bioenzyme is ready, you've got to take this and use a muslin cloth and filter. Once you filter, the liquid is called the filtrate. Now that filtrate, you will fill into bottles and keep. It's your concentrate, bioenzyme concentrate. And the residue, you will not throw out, like how we had Rim soap. Rim soap is a bit powdery, isn't it?
Yes.
Pasty powdery. So do that. Keep this residue like that to dry, and then use to brush very tough stains, and they will all come out. Okay. Now, how do you use this enzyme, and where do you use this enzyme? First of all, it has a eternal shelf life. You can fill into bottles and keep again away from direct sunlight for as long as you want. It doesn't last long because you will finish it once you start using, but you can keep it for as long as you want, and whenever you want to use it, it is 1 part to maybe you can take a cap or so, or you can use 30 ml and put in 1 liter or 2 liters or 100 liters of bucket in the bucket with water, and use for the floor, use for car wash, etc. So so why am I saying you can use either 1 cap, or you can use 30 ml, or you can use 100 ml? Is because it depends on the stain, how tough your stain is. You use a bit more concentrated when you need a stronger solution.
Excuse me, Eunice. You said use 1 part to how many
To
liters?
about 10, 20, 30 liters of water for the first time. You can use a little concentrate. What happened?
That's if you're using it for maybe washing a car. So you would need more
Yes.
water. So
That's what I'm saying. If the stains are tough, then you have to use it more concentrated. If the stains are not so tough, even 1 bucket is enough. And you can just use.
Eunice, excuse me. Can I ask a question, please?
Yes.
Yes.
You know what? I didn't get the proportion. Supposing I want to prepare a solution to wash the floor, for instance, or the car. So what is the proportion?
It is, you can use, say, 30 ml to 1 liter. So 3% solution.
30 ml to 1 liter.
For the floor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But if the stains, I mean, you have washed many times, then there are not many stains. You can even use to 2-3 liters. Later, you can use even a diluted solution, and it will do the work. But at the beginning, you work on a 30% or 3% to 30%, that range. All right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is it also for the plants by any chance?
Can I ask you?
It is very good for plants. I was coming to that. It's very good for plants as a pesticide as well as a fertilizer.
Can you give the proportion for that?
Again, at least 10%. Say you use 10 liters, 100 ml of this to 1 liter. But if you're spraying because of pesticides, but if you're using as fertilizer, then only 10% solution is enough. That means 10 ml to 1 liter. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And because this is an organic substance, it really does not damage if you put 10% or 30%. It does not damage. Okay, but it might be too much for plants if you are constantly giving 30%.
All right.
Go for the 10%.
Thank you.
All right.
Eunice, can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
Eunice, you said if you want it faster, you put yeast. How much quantity of yeast?
Just a pinch, maybe a fourth of a teaspoon. Very
Okay.
little, just a pinch.
Okay, fine.
It is
thank
just to start. Once it starts, it goes very fast.
And after how long would you get that concentrate? If you use yeast within
If
a
you
month?
use yeast, 1 month,
1
and if you
month.
don't use, 3 months.
3 months. Okay.
You start with a bottle, and then you can go to a big bucket.
Bigger
Okay.
bucket. True. Okay.
Just 1 second.
Yes.
Tell me one thing. You said every day you have to open the cap.
Slightly.
For how long?
No.
Just open and close. Just let out the bubbles and close. You don't have to keep longer than that. Just open,
Just
close. Over.
Okay.
Eunice,
Yes.
you said there is a danger that it might burst, and therefore we have to open it every day to let out the bubbles. Now, there's also the fear that some of us may forget. So, would it be helpful if we covered the mouth with a muslin cloth to prevent
There's still a possibility that some insects will enter in.
Okay.
But you can do one thing.
Yeah.
You see, first of all, if the jar is as big as mine and there's so much of space above, even if you forget one day and you do it alternate days, it does not matter. Okay?
Okay.
A second thing, but if your jar is small and you still do not want to open and close it, then you can make a little hole on top here, pass a little capillary, small little tube,
Yeah.
and put that tube inside water. So then no germs and no fruit flies can enter into the thing. All right?
Okay.
That's an extra step you have to take if you think you're going to forget.
Okay. Thank you, Eunice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a question.
Eunice, what is the element you said we can add in order to
Yeast.
to hurry up the process?
Yeast,
Instead of
yeast.
3 months.
Any yeast. Dry
Yeast.
yeast, preferably dry yeast. Just a
Okay.
pinch.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
While you're collecting all the limes or the waste, where do you store it till you get the right quantity?
In the freezer.
In the fridge
You
or
have
freezer?
to collect,
Freezer.
put in a plastic bag, put in your fridge. Keep on collecting till the amount that you want. As I told you, it can be a katori, it can be 2, it can be whatever you want. But let me tell you what I do. When I feel I've not had peels for a long time, I just go to the nearest person in the market who sells limbu pani, and I ask him. He keeps
Yeah.
everything in one jar. Others, you think I would have so much at hand? It's just that he just keeps in a plastic plastic. So I bring it home, I wash it, I cut as I want, and I start.
Okay.
Good
you keep-
idea. Yeah.
Sorry, you keep it in the fridge, not in the freezer, right?
No, freezer, because fridge, they will still decay if you don't use fast enough. If you use 1 or 2 days, nothing happens to them. But otherwise, it can be. Yeah, because it's got moisture, so it can develop fungus.
Okay.
Just one more question.
Yes.
Do you have to stir the limes in the bottle?
No. The enzyme, it's enzyme food, so it'll go and eat it in any case. The bacteria, sorry, yes, yeah.
Okay.
So you don't have to do.
Eunice, you said
Yes.
that you put the limes in the plastic packet and put it in the freezer. Now, before you
Yes.
start using it, do you need to let it thaw, or you can use it straight away frozen?
No, you can use straight away, because when you use water, it'll thaw, and in any case, it'll be ready. The temperature will come down. It's a no problem preparation, really.
Okay.
So Your ratios can be slightly up and down. The temperature, in any case, it will come down. Without temperature, it's an ideal this for all the enzymes and bacteria to act.
True.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Eunice.
Thank you.
Yes. So my now question, our earth is polluted and is getting suffocated with whatever we have done and we are doing. So do you think that we must prepare this enzyme or not? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes, we must.
Yes. This will help us reduce our carbon footprint. It will also help us avoid using polluting substances, because all these chemicals, they produce allergies, as I said, skin allergies, lung cancer, then lots of things, breathlessness, irritation, lot of things, which can be avoided using these bioenzymes. And there is no end to where you can use. You can use it everywhere, except, of course, internally, because we are not using very strict measures to see of cleanliness. So you cannot ingest it. You cannot eat it, drink it, whatever. But otherwise, you can use it everywhere, even to wash your wounds, to wash your legs, hands, face, everything. Yes.
Could I ask you a question?
Good.
Can you use it to take the pesticide out of the vegetables that you get from Belgaum?
Yes, yes, you can use, and you can even use it on your pets to remove that ticks and all that, because the pets do not, I mean, the ticks and all those pests do not like the smell of the bioenzyme. It smells limey, of course, but otherwise also they do not like the bioenzyme, so they run away.
Yes.
Wash your vegetables with this.
What's the quantity we should use for vegetables?
To wash the
The ratio.
Yes, yes. You are safe if you use between 3% to 30% dilution.
Okay. That means you have to soak the vegetable in the water. Is that the way? To soak the vegetables in the water?
Yes, you can. You can.
Okay.
And for how long do we soak it in the vegetables?
Cockroaches, ants, and everything running away once you start using it as a cleaner.
Wow.
And don't forget that you can, if you do not like the smell, you can use lemongrass. You can use other substances to just give it some. But you have to put along now. When you have just prepared, you can put other things also, and it will give the smell.
Okay.
Excuse me, Eunice.
Yes.
Eunice.
How much,
Olivia.
Eunice, how much lemongrass?
Handful.
Eunice, when it's ready and you have sieved it, can you use the solid part for the plants?
I won't recommend that. That will be quite but it can be used as a soap by using, you get that ring toy. I don't know what you call it in English.
This rinto is
Rinto, you get that
Soap nut.
soap nut.
Soap nut.
Yes.
Yeah, you put half this and half soap nut if you want lather, and then use that as a bar of soap.
Nice.
Very.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me,
Thank you.
Eunice.
Yes.
I have a question.
Olivia.
Yes. Eunice, for how long do we soak the vegetables in this solution?
15.
Soak.
3
Soak
months.
as in 3 months. You keep the whole thing there, and
No.
then
I'm not talking about that. When you want to wash the vegetables, for how long do you soak the vegetables in this solution, diluted solution?
For half an hour.
Just 5 minutes, or yes, 5 minutes. That's it.
5 minutes. Okay, thank you.
5
Yes.
minutes.
Yeah, it should help. So thank you so much, Eunice. In fact, I do use it personally, and I found it's a good, very good deterrent for insects, especially ants on the kitchen slab. And it's a
Yes,
spotlessly clean kitchen slab. So that's the
Yes.
first use I found of it, and I felt this is something that we need to do. So I'm sure all will
Yes.
agree. It's been such an interesting session. Eunice, you have really taken us into the laboratory, I think. So we'll have a laboratory in our own homes. And surely it's going to be wealth from waste. At the same time,
Yes,
we're protecting our
and I want a feedback 3 months from now.
very true. We won't
Thank
wait for
you.
9 months. We'll wait for 3 months itself.
Instead of
First, we
making
have to
pickle,
go to the
Into
limbu
making
guy,
pickle.
Eunice.
instead
We
of
have to go to
making
the
pickle,
limbu pani guy first.
Nimbu pani.
Oh, they're very happy to give, and now
Yeah.
they know.
we don't have
So
any
they
limbu pani here, so but
Can we
instead of
put
making
banana?
pickles, I'll have to make that.
Banana
Uh,
can we put
You
it?
know,
Banana.
I started with
Banana?
just a pomelo, I started. Pomelos give a lot of peels, so that's it.
It's really thick.
Pomelo.
Yes.
I think,
And the
Pearly, I've taken
citrus.
enough time.
Yeah, but it's been really interesting. I can see everyone. I know we just forget time, and that's the beauty of this program. So anyway, thanks, Eunice, for coming in.
Yeah.
That's another
Thank
talent
you,
of yours
Eunice.
besides knitting, sharing with us the bioenzymes. So
Yeah.
get going, magicians. We all can do
Yes.
it. It's within
Yes.
us. Let's start. Let's make a start.